it's Christine. Time for a scrapbook process video, and today is going to be a 2-pager, y'all. It's going to be a 2-pager, and here's why. I've been taking, you're going to see this at the very end of September, so it's a month later than what we've actually got going on here, because I'm trying to get ahead because we got 30 days of sketches in October, so that's why you're seeing this. But anyway, we've been cat sitting my daughter's cat for the past week and a half, and I've been taking all these little pictures of all the little places he's getting in trouble. He's a little kitten. He's still, I say he's a little kitten. He's almost a year old, but he's still kitteny. So I've taken all these little pictures, and I found this pen here. It's actually just a single page, but I'm going to just duplicate it. So I'm going to make a mirror, or not necessarily a mirror image. I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to use this as my inspiration for my layout. And then I have this Photoplay cat lover and Photoplay. Well, I've got 2 collections. You had me at Meow or something like that. So that's the 2 I've got. So I'm going to work with these sets here. And I've got white cardstock because I have used these collections and tried to use the pattern papers for like backgrounds and stuff, and it gets very busy. And also because I'm doing 2 pages, I may need to like use the same pattern like twice or something. So I'm going to do white cardstock, and then I'll use the patterns to kind of bump up the pizzazz. So let me... this is kind of generally speaking where the pictures are going to go. I'm also going to use little 3x4 cards. They have some little cut aparts. These right here. These little 3x4s. They're so cute. So I'm going to cut into those. So give me just a minute. I'm going to pick up my papers and I'll be right back. Okay, so what I decided to do was a little time lapse here of me cutting out the various pieces because I needed a couple of circles. And I'll cut those in half because I want to put one on each page. And then I'm going to show you the cutting of the like stripes parts. So I've got that vertical on each page of the little turquoisey piece. And then I've got a cross of the horizontal rather of the red. And then I'm going to end up pulling a little stripe out here. And that's going to be the little border. Now I did flip them because in my head I'm going to kind of reversing them, kind of mirror imaging them. You'll see on the right hand side there I actually have the circles in the wrong spot. I'll flip those around in just a minute. And then the sketch had this like zigzaggy border. But I didn't do a zigzaggy border exactly. I had this paper here that had kind of a zigzaggy pattern on it. So I just cut that technically into straight strips, but it's got the little zigzag on there. So it gives you that same kind of feeling, I think. I did actually, in all fairness, I have to confess, I tried to cut along that zigzag to create an actual zigzag border, and it looked terrible. So I decided against it. I go, nope, that's not going to happen. So I'm going to just show you the one side here as I'm assembling things. So I'm going to glue this blue down with the little yellow pieces. And then I'll take the red and glue it down with a little stripe. Now, I'm actually going to flip on the right-hand side, and the stripe part will be on the top because, again, I'm kind of oppositing things. I think it looks pretty cool, actually. It was a little tricky figuring out the photo placements, but I think it actually turned out really cool. So, yeah, so here's my little set of the horizontal pieces here. Now, I will also come in and mat those photos on white cardstock. Because they needed a little bit of separation from the patterns. Again, as I mentioned kind of in the beginning, these patterns can be a little busy. I mean, they just are. They're really cute and everything, but you just have to be a little bit smart about combining them with sizing and what I mean, the prints and stuff being the right sizes matched up against each other and stuff like that. Or your eyeball just gets tired. Because like I said, I've done a few layouts and they were so busy it was hard to see the title. And even with this one, once I get the letters on here, one of the little letters is there's an L that gets a little hard to see, but I'm not going to worry about it because it's the same kind of blue, I guess is my point. And you'll see that in just a second. So I'm just kind of assembling this little piece here, use a little double-sided tape, and then I've kind of made sure those are the same size, and then they're going to be opposite. So see, I've got the little diagonal stripe on the bottom on the left-hand one and on the top on the right-hand one. And so I'm going to start gluing these pieces down. I do have to kind of fiddle fart with this one just to, like I said, get the site or the location of the pictures. And I do kind of stagger them. Initially, I started to wonk them. And then I glanced at the sketch again and I realized, oh no, they're actually the pictures are straight up and down. They're just at different heights on the page. So I kind of adjusted myself after I realized that. Now, I've actually got that little cut apart there in a different spot that it ends up. But it doesn't really matter too much. I'll end up reorganizing it just a bit. And so anyway, I'm going to start gluing this stuff together. Let me see if I can tell you a little bit about the pictures while I'm kind of just fassing around here. So one of the little pictures, I'll just start from the left to the right. So when it's done, you'll know what's going on. So the first picture on the left, just like you're reading, right, is Mr. Oreo on our kitchen table looking out the window because we have a little like bay window thing and he's looking out in the backyard. The lady behind us actually has like a bird feeder and there's always tons of birds, y'all. It's so interesting for the cats. Saturn does the same thing. She loves the windows too. There's just so much to watch. Also, we have tons of squirrels, y'all. And so anyway, they'll sit there and look out the window. And then the second picture to the kind of come, again, reading the left to right, is him sitting smack down in the middle of the layout. And then the third picture is him just kind of tossed himself on the floor just for, I don't know why he did it. He just was walking around and he just tossed himself on the floor. And then the next picture over is, again, him up on the table, but this time he's getting into my tea and he's kind of messing with the plant. And he's just kind of where he's not supposed to be, basically. The next picture over is him taking a cute little nap. He's just laying on the floor, all curled up in a little ball, and he was just adorable. And then the very last picture is my husband kind of petting him. He was so cute. It's a little blurry. Oreo's actually a little bit blurry because he's obviously a cat and he's moving around all the time. But the picture was just real cute. Now you can kind of see, of course, I still reorganize these little cut aparts. They're not really in the order it is going to be eventually, but you'll see it eventually. Here I started to move that. I thought to myself that stripe was a little too low, and I started to move it up, and it was dang sure glued down too tight. It was not coming up, and I go, well, Christine, you're just going to make it work. So I thought I might have to mess with the pictures a little bit more, but I didn't. Now, I did put some of the pictures on foam, basically the second and the fourth picture on the left side and the second and fourth picture on the right side is what I put on foam. And so you just kind of saw me do that. And again, you can see the heights of them are kind of staggered on the page there. But I think that looks really cute. And then I did add a journaling card in the top of that right-hand page there. That was not on the sketch in any kind of way, really. But I thought it would look good there. And I add a little bit of story about, you know, how we were cat sitting. And Saturn wasn't a fan, but we thought he was really cute. And that he got into a ton of trouble. So I thought that was a good spot. So I'll add the journaling, you know, off camera, but that's where that's going to go. And then I have these little stickers off the sticker sheet that says meow. They're little tags. And so I stick those in the upper right, and I will take some string and kind of feed that through there and glue that down. And let's see what else I got going on. I'm pulling just stuff off this. Basically, my embellishments are all from the sticker sheet. I didn't really grab anything else. I thought about enamel dots or something, but really the sticker sheet had cute little things all over it, so I didn't have to do too much. This is me feeding that string through the little holes of the tags, and I think I start to go like that first, and then I go, oh no, that doesn't look right, and I have to come back up through. So you're seeing me basically thread the needle. I probably should have taken this part out because it's not terribly interesting, because it's not terribly complicated, but you can kind of see what I'm doing. I just kind of create a little bit of space in the string. I kind of create a little wave in it, I guess, and I'll trim the ends, and then I kind of just curl them around and give a little bit of interest. I do get on the sticker sheet, I just find all the little kitty, not all of them, I don't pull all of them off, but I find several little kitty stickers, and I put 2 of them up on foam too, so you'll see those as well. This is me just fastening around that little string, y'all. I'm going to use a little bit of Nuvo glue in a minute, and I'll glue it down where it's supposed to go. I don't actually tape that journaling card down for quite a little while because I was worried about if I wrote on it and I messed it up, it was glued down, I'd be in trouble. I actually have one more of that, so that worked out nicely if I did mess it up, but I didn't actually. So I'm going to call this one Spoiled Kitty, and that's the title's going in the upper left here. And again, it's a little bit tricky to see, so I actually will end up putting these letters up on foam squares. The spoiled I don't put on any foam or anything like that, and it's the L of the spoiled that I'll give you that is a little bit hard to see. Even in person, it's a little bit hard to see, but it's such a cute little set. I don't care. It's too cute. I'm not even going to worry about it. But I think it looks really fun and just, you know, full of energy and stuff. And I'll actually take Purr from the other sheet that had Kitty on it, and I'll put that in the lower right. And speak of the devil, there he is. He's going to step right over the middle of everything. So I'm going to cut away to get him down. I think I've taken already, there's a little tag right there on the left-hand side. I'll add that to the title. It says, "You had me at meow." And that's totally cute. And then here's where I'm finding these little kittens, y'all. These are so cute. And then there's a little toy there. We did play with him with a couple little toys. We have a few little cat toys, obviously, because Saturn's a cat and we got cat toys. We have a little basket of cat toys in our kitchen, by the way. She'll pull out the ones she likes. And then her favorite is this little furry mouse. And I feel like she thinks she's hunting. And she'll wake us up in the middle of the night, sometimes just kind of howling a little bit. And it's always when she's got that little mouse in her mouth. And it's like she's letting us know she's brought us something. That's Saturn I'm talking about, not Oreo. Oreo didn't mess with that mouse because that's her mouse. That's in a different room. But he did have other little mouse. I'd never opened them up, actually, for Saturn. He played with those, and there was a little red ball with a bell in it he played with. And then my husband did pull out one of those sticks with the little furry, like, strings on it or whatever with little feathers at the bottom. It's actually, there's a sticker of it, basically, that I stick on that journaling card. Actually, I may pull that out in just a second. But we have one of those, too, and he was playing with the cat over that. I pulled out a couple here. One's on the little cushion. One's in the little box. These are very, very cat pictures, right? I mean, I think he got into a box or two. And then I pulled, this is where I got per, and I'm going to organize this. I will put the P and the little orange R up on foam just to give it a little bit of interest as well. I kind of reorganize it just a bit because I have to give it on the, I wanted to get it on that blue paper there. So I'll reorganize this just a bit. And then I have one other little tag there. It says Snuggle. It's a little fishtail banner. I put that on the left side of that circle down there. You can see that as well. That really wasn't on the sketch either, but I thought it was a real cute add-on. And let me see what else. I'm just kind of looking around here, y'all. Oh, I add some wordy bits. So there's a little tag there that says catnap, and I add that to the one where he's sleeping. And then I'll find some more little words. One says like adorbs, one says spoiled, and one says pampered. And I'll actually add those directly to the photos. I did have to stick with the one sticker sheet, though, because some of the other one had some wordy bits, but they were a different font. And I really didn't want to start introducing different fonts on the actual picture. So I'll keep that together. Now, that's where I had that little stick with the feather thingy on the end, and I tried it in a couple of spots, but it ends up on the journaling card. This is where I got the final little baby bits of the wordy bits there. That one says here, kitty, kitty down there. Like I said, this is where I've added adorbs, and I'll add spoiled, and I'll add the pampered, and those are just going on various little photos. I thought there was one, I wish there was one that said something like trouble or something like, you know, misbehaving or something like that, but I didn't see anything like that because I was going to add it to the one where he's laying on my scrapbook layout, but they didn't have anything like that, so it'll just have to speak for itself since you see him laying smack dab in the middle of it. I'm looking again back at this sticker sheet, just trying to figure, is there anything else? Like I said, I almost pulled out enamel dots because that would have actually been kind of cute. Oh, my little word sticker here was a little bit crooked, but I decided against it. I thought this was kind of adorable. There's a lot going on anyway, and I'm kind of happy with it. So that is all I'm going to do the layout, y'all. I'm going to kind of do a little slow down here for each side so you can kind of get a sense of it. And you can kind of see the dimension underneath the pictures where I got the foam, and that little white cat there is where I put some foam as well. You can kind of see the shadows. And then here's the second page. I think this turned out really cute. I don't do too many two-page layouts, and I had all these pictures, so I was kind of pleased to be able to use them up, and then also this collection here. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's kind of the end of the month here, isn't it? So starting on the 1st, I'll be doing 30 days of sketches. So you'll see 30 of those, and then there's going to be all my same hops and things like that. So like I said, I usually end up with somewhere around 40, 45 layouts, 50 sometimes, I think, something like that. So you guys have a lot of watching time. Hopefully you're subscribed and everything. And don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to hit the little bell and all the good stuff. And we will see you next time. Bye.